If we put this at the southern border, we wouldn't have an immigration problem. This is one huge wall. Holy crap. Hey everybody, welcome back to Trial and Error. We're picking up right where we left off on the garage project now that it's spring, and spring has sprung-ited. It's episode 11, and first step here is just kind of getting everything unwrapped and making sure everything made it through the winter okay. Tarps sort of held up. I mean, they did their job. They kept the snow off the roof, and that was really my only fear. I didn't want snow sitting on the roof. Not because of weight or anything like that, but because it would trap the moisture, and that would potentially cause some rot. It would definitely cause some mold and things like that. So to that effect, they did a great job to keeping, as far as keeping water out of the garage. They did not do a great job, but that's okay. But everything looks like it's in real good shape here, and we can pick up on the gable end that I didn't get a chance to finish before winter closed in on us here. And this is a tricky one where it meets the existing garage, and as usual I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to cut wood and nail stuff until we get something structurally sound. What I decided to do here with the last truss is cutting it basically to fit into the existing roof. Brought it all the way out. It's actually about a 26-inch spacing between this truss and the one in front of it, where everything else is 24 inches, but that allows me to now run 2x4 vertical pieces here to support the actual wall and have it sit flush with the existing walls. So there's a million ways that I could have done this. I don't know that this is the smartest way, but it definitely will work. Alright, so starting to build up this gable end. So this was always going to be the tough part of the tough side. The back was already pre-made by the truss manufacturer, so that was obviously pretty easy. But up here, I could have gotten a custom truss made that interacted with the existing roof for the existing garage, but that was just way too much math for me to figure out. So I decided I'd do it myself. So we moved put the last truss into place, and now we're going to be building that gable end. So I'll do my best to film this, but obviously this is a bit of a precarious building situation. I did bring my chop saw right up here, which is awesome. We even got a little outlet that I got set up. That wasn't working when I first bought it, but now it is, so that works out really good. I'll show you how we're making these pieces. gonna start cutting back what's left of this tarp. I mean, I guess it was a cheap tarp. This is a real thin tarp. It wasn't that expensive because, well, I had to cover a ton of roof. But, you know, made it through a winter. I guess that's good enough, you know? I'm gonna cut this back so that I can snap a chalk. Actually, I don't even think I'm gonna bother snapping a chalk line because I won't be able to get it taut and hit hard enough to give me a good line. So maybe I'll just run a string line along the edge here to make sure that we are, you know, straight within reason. And it's not on 40 feet. I'm not gonna get perfect, but I can get it good enough that you wouldn't notice it with your eye, you know. Let's go down so that we can go forward. You can drive these up, but, well, you see what I'm working with here. A little sketchy. It's a long way down, so I prefer to, when I'm on a hill like this, to drop it all the way down to be safe. Not to, oh, yeah, that's moving a little. This is the first time I've come down here since the winter, so things, and it's still mud season, so things are a little soft. Going up. Oh, did you see this too? Because I just did. I don't know if I can't see what you guys are seeing, but you see that nice crack in the new siding? Piece of ice must have flown off this thing and spun around somehow and cracked my new siding, so that's nice. Another reason I don't like metal roofs, just for that reason alone. At least when I have shingles up here, the snow doesn't go sliding off like that. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go in 2 inches. Actually, 2 inches is right where that screw is anyway. I'm going 2 inches from the end of the end truss. Pull this guy pretty tight like a tiger. And I should have grabbed the scissors. I didn't grab the goddamn scissors. Oh, it's very tight. I can see you have a tight body. I can tell from your tight pants. Ah, gold. Alright, so I set the angle of the dangle to 22.5 degrees, which is the pitch of the roof, so that we can keep our eaves nice and straight. And what I'm going to do is do my best to have this just barely missing this string line all the way down. So 3/4 inch OSB, which will also give a little bit of structural rigidity to the end of the trusses as well. And then I'll also have a soffit nailed in here as well. That'll go down about half this distance. And then I'll use the plastic vinyl rather, soffit over that, but you're gonna have a nice air gap there so that it can breathe. But it really just ties the end of the trusses into something solid, and then I can dress it with something I won't ever have to maintain, paint or do anything with. So I'm gonna run that all the way down the line here, and that'll help give a nice even appearance too when you have something solid for that stuff to nail into. All right, so I just came across a real good example of why you do this. Check that out. We're nice and flush here. And then look at these guys. Woo! So this is fine. This just makes it real clear what you need to shim and how much you need to shim. So when I apply that, I just need to flush with this top surface that we're just freshly cutting as we go down the road here. But this is, to me anyway, one of the easiest ways so that you get a nice straight board like you see there. As you see, it's all wrapped up now with the nice composite trim all the way around, with the exception of where it intersects with the original garage. It left a lot of space there so that we can get flashing in and get that sealed up weather-wise real well, and then come back over that with the trim and have it intersect the original garage and make it look nice and crisp. But we're ready for roof now. That's a really exciting stage to be at, and guys are scheduled to come and do the roof on actually I don't know what date, but next week, and I'm happy to pay to have that roof done. I was planning on doing it myself, but it may keep me out of the hospital, so a couple of grand in labor to have it put on is a couple of grand well spent, I would say. So that's it for right now. Next video we may get into some interior finishing, which is going to be really exciting. Get a ceiling in there, get up some of those LED lights, and start to install kitchen cabinetry. Maybe even get into the lift. I don't know if I'm going to jump into that right away, but either way, make sure you're subscribed so you get updates when those post. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or criticisms, throw them down in the comment section below me. And otherwise, everyone have a great day.